And a pastor, a Christian leader who goes on to Twitter, who logs into their account every day, thinking of the most divisive way that they could say something, is a troll and does not fit into the qualifications listed here. Online matters. Being online matters. That is real life now. It's not just what you do online. It's not, oh, I was just going under a username. Like, do we remember the Mark Driscoll stuff? I was just going by William Wallace, and just saying some stuff. What we do online matters. It shows who we are. And if someone is going and they're constantly trying to say something in the most aggressive way, that is not sensible, that is being bullying, that is quarrelsome, they're looking for a fight, they do not fit the qualifications of an elder. They just don't. I don't care what their name is. I don't care what organization they lead. I don't know. I don't care how many subscribers they have, how many followers they have, how many likes they had on their last Instagram reel. If they're going online and they're trying to say the most controversial thing possible, you know what they're really doing? They're trying to build a platform for themselves. They're trying to get those people upset. And the problem with that, one of the main problems that I see, is that when someone does that, and they go online and they try to say the most controversial thing, the thing about it is who's listening? Well, yes, the world, but most of the people that follow them are not going to be, unbelievers. It's Christians. And the people who are most likely going to interact with those ideas from, like, say, Twitter. Twitter, this happens a lot. I can think of specific accounts, I'm not going to name here, people that maybe you even listen to their sermons. Go look at their Twitter and see what things they say and see how often they try to stir up debates on things that are dumb, that no one's talking about. Like that no one's having, like they aren't engaging some idea that is important for people to hear the truth on this thing. They're finding it. They're digging, trying to find the most controversial thing that they can talk about online because they know people will be outraged, and they'll quote tweet them and they'll show pictures of, what was said, and they'll interact with it, and it builds their fame. That doesn't fit with the qualifications. Not here in 1 Timothy 3. That they would have to find some different qualifications to fit into that idea of being a pastor. If you follow those people, don't follow them. Get rid of them. They're just trying to make people angry. And the thing about that, like I said, is that the church is there. Now, you would, of course, if someone did this, think about it this way. All right. If some pastor came in to your church and started saying, let's say they were a guest speaker, and they come into your pulpit and they start saying the most controversial things possible. All right. Things that have been said to me. Calvinism is heresy. Rock and roll is evil because it came from Africa. These are things that I have heard said from a pulpit. If someone were to come into your church and say things like that, or say something about how men and women need to act in these certain ways, and if they don't, and it's very specific, and if they don't, then those people aren't even saved. These are the things that get people riled up on Twitter. But if it was said in your church from a guest speaker, what would you do? If they were just trying to say the most controversial things to divide your church, what would you do? You're not having him back. You're calling whoever sent him. You're talking to your pastor and saying, why do you allow this guy up there? Or you're calling their home church and being like, hey, do you know this guy's out here saying this kind of stuff? Why is it any different online? The church is online. It might not be your specific local church, but Christians are online. And going online to do that purposely, big difference. Big difference between just saying your opinion. You can say your opinion. I say controversial things because I actually believe them. But I don't say it in a way to actually tick people off. Now, maybe someone will get ticked off, and we can have conversations about that. But if I'm trying to like drop the nuance completely. And I go online and I say the most controversial thing, knowing that I'm going to get a rise out of people and they're going to quote tweet me. I am not fulfilling these qualifications. I'm not being sensible. I am being a bully. I am being quarrelsome if I were to do that. And just because it's online doesn't make a difference. It's real life. Real Christians are on there. Real Christians are being divided over these controversial takes that are being said as like a test of orthodoxy.